Hi, and welcome back to Chat and That podcast. I'm very excited today because we have Chat and That podcast kind of like royalty in a sense because this person has helped me set up these podcasts over the years and has taken pictures of all my guests and is a very good friend, and I miss him in the MMC. You know him in the MMC, well, used to. And he is Calum. Woo!
Oh, not my mic.
Yeah, thanks for
Fucked
coming
it already.
on. Good to see you. Good to see you.
How are you?
Yeah.
Well, as you've said, you're sad at my release from the university ecosystem, I guess. Your wall of list.
Yeah, I had a list on my wall of post-it notes to learn with this gentleman over here. And I sent him a text saying, do you want to come on my show in September, blah, blah, blah.
Hey,
and
I was down.
You were down?
Oh, I was down. And I
that-
was going to teach you stuff.
You said
and
about that, I'm not here anymore.
I think that was when you asked me about doing stuff.
I think so.
Yeah, you asked me about doing stuff. And I was like, well, Colin's getting his photos, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that. They're going to be top quality.
So why did you decide to break my heart?
Career development, to be honest.
Right.
Unfortunately, Matt, you weren't going to further my career.
Excuse me. No, I get it. I'm only joking. But I miss you, man.
I know.
I just hell.
I kind of said it was really weird where kind of leaving the uni after being here for the last 5 years was a bit weird because it was like I'd spent the last sort of 2 years especially training a load of people, kind of teaching them all these different things, and I'm kind of in that position now where it's like, wow, all of these people have got to spend the next year without me. What are they going to do?
I know.
And, you can have all these silly questions that people don't know how to do. It's like Jacob always used to not know where the cut button was. He always used to forget it was C on the keyboard. And that was the one where I'm like, I'm going to miss those stupid questions.
Right. No, but I'm only joking. I get it. I mean, everyone's got to move on and
Spread your wings,
Spread
so
your
to speak.
wings. Oh, it's just really sad.
I know, but
I didn't even know. When are you going to tell me?
well, I didn't know if Rob was going to do some announcement or anything, so I kind of I was just holding it until Rob made some announcement, and then it never kind of happened. So I was going to kind of just let it brew and let everyone kind of do their own thing. But I'm coming to the sort of first drinks.
You are?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I'm treating it as like a sort of last leaving drinks kind of thing.
So what are you doing now?
I am a videographer and editor, focusing on corporate content currently, which can be, I guess, fairly boring in nature. But kind of going in, it's trying to make it more interesting and making it a bit more kind of exciting, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not the most thrilling of content where you're getting all these different clients, whether you're working with builders or whatever, or then you get sort of golf stuff, which can be a bit more interesting and you can kind of be a bit more quirky with it. But yeah, essentially just video work, going in, doing editing, all that sort of stuff, working with different clients, which is quite interesting. So it's kind of bit of different stuff, which is really nice because it's kind of taking that first full-time videographer role after finishing university. Obviously, I've done tech stuff and freelance stuff and that, but it's kind of that first full-time thing, which I think is really important for me to be able to kind of go and develop from there, because then it means it kind of sets me up for the future roles that I will always want to go into and develop into.
And it's 5 days a week and stuff.
5 days a week, but that's fine because that's 5 days of constantly creating the content that I want to be able to go and make. So.
And what are you making at the moment? Well, you've just been back from work.
Yeah. So I guess it's different content. Obviously, the problem is it's all kind of under, not NDA, but it's kind of you don't want to talk about all these different clients you're working with. They try to keep it fairly stum, I guess, until the stuff's going out. But I work with sort of building companies, so there's some jobs we've done with companies where they sort of make what do they call it? Mine's gone completely blank. It's the sort of planks they put on outside areas. And they've essentially made a plastic version, which is completely fireproof, but it looks exactly like wood.
Right. Wow.
So it's stuff like that, but it's architectural, so you can make it look really cool and quite interesting. And then you get the kind of side where it's it's just like a, I don't know, building site, and it's like a helmet, for example. And that side makes it a little bit more difficult to make it interesting. Or you've got the stuff where it's like sort of warehousey based stuff. You've just got white walls, which looks completely unappealing. And it's trying to like make it look a bit more interesting. I haven't got to that bit yet. I haven't hit anything where it's particularly difficult to make it look good. You know, what I like from like all the other work I've seen, it's like when you've just got white walls, it's impossible to make it look interesting because there's you know, there's no depth, there's no color. It's just like walls, really. But specifically now, just various different stuff.
You've heard that from Ethan, right?
Yes. So Ethan works there as well. So he's just straight editor. So he's literally editing daily. I'll go out.
So you do the stuff and you give it to him.
I'll go out and shoot, and then he'll have stuff. And then when I'm not shooting, I'll be picking up other edits along the way. But Ethan tends to get the juicy stuff. Unless I kick up a fuss about it and really want to edit something.
Cool.
Which happens every now and then.
Cool. So I ask everyone this question: how did we meet? I don't remember. It'll be in training. It would have been in a training session, right? I think
C100.
I remember seeing you for the first time when you came into Paul's.
Yeah, like an introduction.
Trolley.
Yeah, it would have been something related to like C100 training or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to use the C100?
Right, moving on.
How's the FS5?
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird not setting up the FS5s and then not going into the MMC calling you to help me set them up.
Well, you got to ask Cullen now to teach you the black magic.
Well, and Cullen's leaving too.
I know he's
what the
only
hell's going on?
temporary fix.
We had a whole party for him when he left.
And
we got a whole cake.
He came straight back to the MMC though.
We raised the collection of money.
Where's my collection?
Well, we didn't know. We were expecting you to come back.
Well, the issue was, but I left in summer. That was the problem.
Did you?
Well,
so you didn't know until...
I knew like right at the start of August.
Okay, good. Okay.
Like, and then I kind of left on like the 6th of September was my last day.
6th of September?
Yeah. So that was before everyone came back as well. So I didn't really get a chance to outwardly tell everyone. And I'm not sure a Canvas announcement was quite the way I wanted to.
Was it on Canvas?
No. But what I'm saying is a Canvas announcement wasn't going to be the way I was going to tell everyone. By the way, everyone, I'm leaving.
That'd be quite funny to say that someone's passed away on Canvas.
Well, if I die, that's how I want my gravestone to be.
Canvas.
I just want a Canvas printout.
So, what's it like? What's it like being back? And also, why did you choose to work in the MMC first? Wait, why did you choose to work in the MMC first?
Finances.
Right.
No.
Because most people say, here in the. I should ask. I'm here in the MMC. I want to go away. I don't want to come back here ever again.
So it was just convenient. Like, it was incredibly convenient. So my family's from the Isle of Wight, which is not remote, but it's inconvenient to get off of. You know, you've got to get a boat. It's cost money. It's quite an expensive place to get on and off of. So going into like the video side of stuff, it was basically mandatory to be on this side of the country. Well, this side of the country, but you know, on the mainland, as we like to call it on the Isle of Wight. And yeah, so the job came up conveniently around the same time. Rob messaged me and a few others, I guess, and I kind of took it and got the job, and it was pretty perfect, to be honest. Still working with video equipment, working within an environment that I understood and had been to before and all that sort of stuff, and it just kind of worked perfectly. And you know, it's still techie, so I kind of spent the last 2 years kind of really like bringing up that tech knowledge on cameras and stuff like that. Worked out within that time kind of what route I wanted to go, where I wanted to end up, and all that sort of stuff. So it just ended up being like a perfect opportunity. And I think as those kind of like final third years left, so like the first year that I dealt with in third year, as they left, you then went into that kind of completely new era of people that I kind of didn't fully know. So it really did feel like just a completely separate experience in that final year, which was quite cool. It felt much more like, I don't know, kind of gratifying, because you're working with people that you really don't know. I guess in like from university, you know, it's not like a student, like you're just a different student. Because that first year felt like a glorified fourth year essentially. it was just like messing about with people that I didn't really know.
My year,
Yeah,
first
essentially, like your first year felt like my like fourth year sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like teaching people how to do stuff, but I still get on with everyone because I like knew a load of them, and then kind of going into that my second year when obviously the previous first years who are now second year, that kind of felt like that. Okay, I've got to be a bit more. I can be a bit more like kind of professional to start with, and then you start chatting shit and having banter and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of that process that I found, but it was quite good. I think it was a really good job, and I do recommend it for like doing that tech stuff, because then that's always in my locker. I can always go back and kind of do teaching stuff, which is really nice as well.
That's on your CV.
Yeah, literally, like you can always go back and teach people how to use kit and tech now, which is really nice.
You know, you taught me a lot, so
I mean, yeah, but it's not like I wouldn't say that everything that I did was everything that you guys knew was down to like me or Cullen or anything like that.
Well, you're like my Master Yoda to my Luke Skywalker. So
I wish I knew more about Star Wars to really understand that.
Really?
Yeah,
you know Star Wars at all?
I get it kind of, not
What?
really. I get it kind of.
Well, it's a compliment.
I get it kind of, but like
Yoda's the villain.
I believe that. Yeah, no, I it was weird. Like I think
yeah, but like you're in the MMC for a long time.
I think a lot of people. I think what I found was it was good for. So when I kind of did all my uni stuff, we had Ollie there, who was brilliant and he was great. But he was only part time, so he wasn't around all the time. Whereas kind of me and Calum being full time, it was really good for us to be always around. So obviously we just hung out in the MMC, and that kind of it allowed students to always approach us, which I think by the end of it became a negative. At the same time,
Why
though,
would you say that?
well, I found people wouldn't Google things.
Just ask you.
Like simple like really simple fixes. Like when I was at uni, I'd hate to I'd always Google things, and I'd always spend my whole time trying to like find it out myself. And if I really then couldn't do it, I'd then
so you
ask
must
for
have
help.
hated me then.
No, but like there was a weird like in between of not understanding how to use a camera, for example, or not fully understanding that, and then there was like a Jacob going, "Where's the cut button?" Like that would be embarrassing to me. But like it's not embarrassing. Like definitely ask. But like for me, like I would be like, right, I'm gonna do that. Whereas on like some students, they'd just be like, I'll go and ask him. And it's like it could be such a simple fix, and you literally Google it, and it's the first thing that comes up. Like I'd get emails all the time being like, oh, how do I do this? And all you have to do is put that exact sentence that they sent me into Google, and it would just give them the key command.
Yeah.
And
most of those emails are me.
Yeah, they were all you. They were all you. I kind of what I did was I put them on my sort of spam filter so I didn't see them.
Right.
So I could ignore them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, I'm a bit of a nostalgic person. I miss going to the MMC and
Nostalgia queen.
Yeah, seeing you and Jimmer and.
Well, Jim is still there.
Yeah, but. You know, seeing both of you, and, you know,
just chatting.
Yeah.
Me behind the counter, you coming up asking to extend your booking.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we told you a million times you could do yourself.
Yeah, and I just thought it'd be a nice little social thing to say hello to.
I just want to come and have a chat.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, moving on.
Good segue.
Good segue. What's your fascination with what you do, and why did you kind of take us back to your early years of the Isle of Wight, and how did you come to be a film person?
I didn't know what to take at sixth form.
That's what Cullen said, really.
Yeah. Literally had no particular interest in. You know, we'd all tried being YouTubers. There's some ugly Minecraft videos out there, which I can't find. Oh. Yeah. There's some like ugly videos of me and my friend like up at like 5 a.m. making 10 Minecraft videos, which were like 8 minutes each.
Anyone who can find those, please do.
Please do. I want to see them.
Wait, why did you just?
I can't find them. I have.
I
just don't. I don't know what it was. It wasn't my email. It was my friend's email.
Why did you get in contact with a friend?
Well, he can't find it either. I'd asked him ages ago. And they're just
log into YouTube on that email.
There's a fair chance he's just deleted them.
Oh right.
But he doesn't know the email, so this is the problem.
Anyway, going back to the.
But I guess that's my first foray into video creation. But yeah, no, I just didn't know what to take at sixth form. I was doing all my, kind of looking at sixth form, looking at colleges, and I was like, right, media studies, cool. Film studies, cool. And then I did travel and tourism, which was a bit of a rogue one.
What?
Well, I didn't know what else to take.
What's it called?
Travel and tourism.
Travel and tourism.
Yeah, so it's like like learning about the travel industry, I guess, and the tourism
But
industry.
isn't that incorporated into geography?
It's different things. So I guess it's like if you're working at like a travel provider or whatever. I was crap at it.
Oh.
I didn't like it, but I was a bit too far into it to sack it off. I did try to change like graphics or something,
All right.
but they didn't have any space in the class.
Okay.
So
So you chose media.
that was annoying. Chose media, chose film. Did pretty good at both.
Was it an easy thing to fall in love with?
Yeah, to be honest, it was like, so I was kind of doing film and it was really interesting kind of being able to go through, study films, all that sort of stuff. Media was a bit more like kind of magazines, music videos, kind of websites. It was a bit more of a kind of separation and different stuff. But it wasn't very practical. So I came to uni with like no practical experience. But over the like kind of 3 years, that kind of practical love and that tech knowledge like ramped up. I kind of felt like at first I hadn't like I said, no knowledge of like camera tech whatsoever, and it was in that last like year and a bit where I kind of really was like, right, I really like the tech side of stuff. So yeah, it was kind of fairly interesting. It was like that kind of, what do I want to do? Like, what the fuck do I go for? And in the end, it was like, okay, cool. We're going to do film, and we'll just see what goes from there.
So you didn't grow up with it at all?
Had no career aspects in film right up until probably... I didn't want to go to uni until, like, probably a few months before choosing to go. Like, when I was kind of writing out that UCAS thing, I was like, oh, uni will be all right, actually. I've got nothing else to do. But I never really... Like, career prospects wasn't really something I'd ever thought about. It was kind of something I'd put on the back burner, just ignored.
What did you want to do when you were younger?
Probably be a footballer, let's be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like football?
Yeah. Of course I do. Most people do.
Right.
Do you?
What is football? No, I don't.
What is football?
No, I don't really understand it.
You're the Yoda to my football.
Yeah.
Other way around?
Yes. Yes, other way around. Yes.
It counts, right?
Yes.
Yeah, probably a footballer. That wasn't realistic, so probably something else. But
right. Do you still play football?
Yes, on Sundays I play six-a-side. I am pretty rusty most of the time.
Right. I didn't know you were a footballer.
I'd love to do 11-a-side again, but I don't have the time.
Would you like to do media football-y thing?
So yes, that's kind of like my sort of end goal is to be able to work on sports content.
Right.
So not like broadcast content, but like kind of sports, social media, YouTube stuff, all that sort of stuff like that. That's kind of like a aspiration. And I've done a little bits here and there, but it's kind of that future, like that's kind of where, at least where I want to be for the, like within like the next 15 years, like work on that. You know, it might not be my final end goal. I think it's not great to have this end goal as like, that's the exact thing I want. But I think it's good to be able to have something somewhere. But yeah, sports, quite sports related.
So football was your thing growing up then?
Football was my thing. Yeah, I didn't really. I did hockey for a bit.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna start doing like hockey, like field hockey. But we played in like an Astro, but it was like field hockey. So I did that for probably like 6 months. But it was out of season. So when I was playing and training and all that, and then when it came down to going to start to play competitive, it was on the exact same day I played football, like the matches. So I had to choose. So I stopped playing hockey.
Wow.
But I could have been pretty good at hockey, I imagine. Just swiping people out.
Yeah.
You know,
like you did with me. And
yeah. I bet you never thought you'd get sports talk on it.
No. I wish do our own. Yeah, do our own segment. So you did media.
Yeah.
What was the kind of things that you did? What were the kind of things, because Calum was really interesting. He was talking about like documentaries that he did, and what's your...
So mine was like, so both media and film was pretty much completely theoretical at A levels.
And do you like that before? Like, do you prefer doing...
Not now. At the time, I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, but it was something I'd never really done. We never had like film or anything at school. It wasn't something that we'd ever kind of been able to study. So it's really interesting for me to be able to go in and learn this whole new world. Like obviously the media side of stuff was really interesting because you'd pick up the thing, like the way kind of stuff would be documented like in the 60s or whatever, and then you'd go all the way up to like the recent, like 2016 at the time was the most recent like big thing with the Donald Trump presidency. So that was quite a big thing at the time that we were studying. And it was just really interesting to take all these different theories. Most of them sound like fucking nonsense to me, but like, you know, you got these people making all these theories and stuff about why certain things are certain ways and all that sort of stuff. and it's completely gone out of my head now. I couldn't tell you any of it, but like it was like it was nonsense. Like it felt like nonsense, really, but like it all made sense at the same time. Like, you know, you got these people theorizing about why different things go certain ways, and to most people they're just like, it doesn't make sense, which it doesn't really, when you're like just looking on it from the outside. But then as soon as you kind of start to think about it, you go, shit, you might be right. You might actually be right. So yeah, it was good. It was very theory based, and we did a couple of practical bits, but we just filmed stuff like that on our phone. Like our sixth form didn't have, they didn't have any equipment or anything. It was just like an academic sixth form, so it didn't have any kind of like access to that. There was a media production course at the college I'd gone to, or the college that you could go to, sorry. Right. But I just didn't decide to take that route.
Did you go to college after your sixth form?
Nope. Sixth form, then straight to uni.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Straight on to uni to film. Wow. Yeah.
So you must have really loved it then.
Well, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was like something where I was like completely engrossed in it. It was just like for me, coming on and doing film at uni was like I just got to do something.
Yeah.
And that kind of first year was really, it was kind of like, it was building up that first year, learning like all this different stuff and going, oh, this actually is like, I really do enjoy doing the practical side. And that's what a lot of people who come to Winch have.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people who come to Winch don't have a lot of background in film, and they kind of pick up that love.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Because we're not at a university where we're expecting people with massive show reels or anything like that. That you could come here with zero knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's one of the big things for like, kind of what I found was I was able to grow through that and pick up that love, and then
you must have picked up very quickly.
Well, COVID happened. So I
what
to be fair,
what year was your COVID?
End of first year into second year. And then, so we had like the first half or second half of second year or whatever was a bit interrupted. Ouch. But it was like, that first year I wasn't massive. I didn't pick too much up. I wasn't like hugely, like techie in that first year. It was that second year where everything started to pick up. I kind of settled down with the friendship group that I had, and I kind of like took it from there, and sort of stuff like that. Hence Cullen, Greg, Josh, James, like that was essentially like the group that I had in that year. And then second, third year, we all kind of stayed together. Obviously we had the COVID stuff in the middle, which was a bit annoying. But you know, is what it is.
At home? Was it just being at home?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I worked at the same time, so I didn't have that kind of stuck at home thing that a lot of people had. I was always working, which was really nice.
In Winchester or?
Isle of Wight.
So you got to like, how does that feel then to work during COVID?
It was great.
Really?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, because so I worked at Sainsbury's, and all of the friends that I had, so a load of my close friends worked at Sainsbury's as well.
Right.
So I could essentially just do what I would like. I could just mess about with friends, obviously in a safe manner.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like I was pissing about with them and like kind
Jumping
of.
over.
Yeah, I wasn't like lipsing them or anything, but like, you know, you could mess about with your friends, chat shit, and as you normally would. It's like I remember there was this one sort of evening where me and my friend got out and we finished at the same time, and we both went and sat in our cars on the top car park, and we just sat there chatting shit for like an hour and a half, just because there was nothing else to do. Like you finish work and you just sit there for an hour, and it was just dead. It was great. It was one of the best things. It was like I think I earned money, mess about, could still work, could still interact with people. You know, I wasn't stuck at home. I had a week off during COVID, and it was so boring. After the first 2 days, I was like, I can't believe I'm taking this week off.
What does that feel like? You've been stolen of your uni experience?
Yeah, university based, it was a bit shit.
Yeah.
But if we ignore the university side of stuff, it was pretty good.
But how was it like working on a project during COVID?
We didn't really. So we had one project that we did, which was called The Variants. It was essentially we made COVID into a monster sort of thing.
Right.
And the whole idea of the production was going to be, we each made it separate. So we had each scene as a separate area, essentially. So I filmed one scene would be filmed with James, for example. One scene would be filmed with Josh. And then that would be taken in, and Calum would do sound. Our friend Greg would have edited it. And then that essentially became that. So that was really the only project that we did. And it wasn't a great project. It came out pretty crap by the end of it, because we were filming like phones or DSLRs or just whatever we could get our hands on. But it was quite a cool project, to be fair.
So the question that I asked. Sorry, I'm losing my voice because I was at Dick and Dom.
You've been talking to. Oh, you were at Dick and Dom.
Yeah, I lost my voice. Yeah, it was. I've lost my voice.
Were they as good as you'd expect them to be?
Yes, I have met them before. Do you know that?
Have you?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, I'll show you a picture later. But so I've lost my voice. I've been talking too much. So
is this your second podcast or third?
Third was 2 days ago. First was 2 days ago. So this is my third.
Yeah, following.
I'm trying to write questions because I'm using Calum's questions. I'm trying to think of questions as I go along. So
I've got them on my phone.
Well, they're the same, but I wrote some notes.
Right.
I wrote some like cool little notes. It taught me about like getting into these things. What they called mix pre's cameras. I'm checking
cameras.
All
these mix pre's.
Mix pre's, yeah. And this is a C100, right? Yeah, whatever.
No, that's a Zoom, mate.
It's a Zoom, is it? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Talk about like your fascination with these and what is your strong bit in filmmaking? Would you say, in film? What's a strong bit in film?
What's my strong bit?
Yeah,
cameras.
And what's your fascination with them?
I just love the way they work.
Really?
Like, I think it's really interesting. Yeah, I kind of the way you can do all this different stuff with them. The way you can, and I don't think it's particularly the camera itself. It's kind of the way you can manipulate the camera to do what you want. If you see what I mean, it's things like movement, lighting, style, all that sort of stuff. I think that's really interesting, and being able to kind of take a shot that's fairly mundane and just static and be able to add a bit of movement, make it a bit more interesting, or with a static shot, how you can frame it to look really nice. And then you have the bonus things like color that you can go in and alter later and all that sort of stuff. And I think in general, it's just the general use of how they work and how you can adjust a couple of settings to do this, but messing with that setting does that. And like from a teaching perspective, it was also really interesting because it's trying to get across to students why altering the shutter speed, for example, isn't the most ideal way to change lighting, which is or exposure rather, which is obviously a really simple term to a lot of people, but to some people it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I think going in and just learning about the tech of them was really cool. And now it's all the kind of interesting stuff that comes with cameras. So like DJI released their Ronin 4D, which is essentially a camera just on a gimbal. So it's a whole camera body with the lens on a gimbal. That came out a few years ago, but it's stuff like that where like the tech's progressing, and then you're getting people start to innovate in different ways. Like obviously drones is a massive thing now. That was really quite a big thing at one point when all that started to kick up. So it's all these different ways that camera tech is becoming big and interesting, and how you can use them to manipulate to your own way. And then there's phones. Like phone filmmaking is obviously huge right now with things like TikTok and all that. Yeah. People make their own little cinema stuff. It's not great. I don't love it. But, it's quite interesting to see the way people kind of manipulate that. If you've seen, the 28 Days Later or 28 Years Later, the new one. Have you ever heard of 28 Days Later?
Yes.
Yes. So they're making a new one 28 years later.
Oh, right.
And it's all filmed on iPhone. But they're using like lenses and all that. So I don't know.
On iPhone?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but like, did you see the Apple event that they all filmed on all iPhone?
Apple event?
Yeah, it was like one of their.
No.
So essentially, it was this Apple event where they filmed it all on iPhone, but they had like really expensive lenses and all lighting and all that sort of stuff, and it looked really good. And I think people are starting to pick up on that, and they're just starting to film with phones as well. So this phone essentially will have like a really expensive lens on the end of it, all the sort of peripherals that you'd have, all the sort of like wireless systems and all that, and they just use a phone to essentially film rather than using a.
Wow.
But
why
essentially,
would they do that?
Well, your question is as good as mine, to be honest. It'll be interesting to see how it comes out, because there's been a lot of films that have been shot on phone before, and it's a much bigger thing now with accessibility. But when you're shooting a film like that, where you're still spending thousands and thousands on things like lenses, like these lenses aren't cheap. They're thousands and thousands of pounds, but you're still sticking a phone with it. So it'll be interesting to hear why that was done, which was interesting. But yeah, essentially flexibility, what you can do with all the stuff. Like I just like the whole way cameras can be manipulated to actually, because they are just a sensor really. At the end of the day, you've got all this fun stuff with them, but they are just a sensor.
And do you have like cameras when you're doing your job?
Yes. So
what's that like? Is there more stuff in your job than the MMC?
not more stuff. The MMC's got a lot of stuff,
Right.
but there is like there's stuff that works better for the type of work we do, or they're newer cameras as well. For example, so we've got the more updated Sony cameras and stuff
Right.
like that.
What, have we got new ones?
Huh?
Have we got new ones coming in?
No, not you. No,
Oh.
we do. Like
Oh.
my work. So
Oh.
my
I think about me.
no. Well, I mean, you never know. We did try.
Well, I mean, they say they were ditching these ones, aren't they?
I'm not that I've heard of, but
Wait, are they the new ones?
no, these aren't new.
Oh, I can't even tell because
Hey,
you
if
said they were
if
ditching them as soon as we leave.
no, what?
The cameras, the television cameras.
What, those ones behind?
Yeah.
No, did
Oh.
I?
Yeah, I think you said that.
Oh, I chat shit.
Alright.
I waffle about things.
Do you miss being in the loans counter then? Like touching all the equipment?
Yes.
Using the equipment?
All of that equipment access was really beautiful
Right.
because now it means I have to slowly buy my own.
Ah,
And
and
that,
are you,
and,
buy,
and
are you
that's
raising money for your
that's
own?
the most terrible thing. When I start to get paid, yes. I haven't had my first paycheck through yet, so
Right.
I haven't even been there a month yet, so
Wow.
I haven't been there long at all. It's only been like 3 weeks. This is my 3rd week.
Wow. Making friends.
Making friends, absolutely. We do try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, luckily I know Ethan,
I'm
didn't
so
I?
glad.
So
I feel like a parent. I'm
I
so
miss
glad
I miss you lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come back then.
Well, maybe I will. Well, I am. Come back for the drinks.
No, I meant full time.
Can't do that.
I'll probably pay you to come back.
Maybe if I get sacked and I need another job, you'll pay me to come
Right.
back. Right. I'd been suggesting that you pay someone
Yeah.
to come on the show. So think about it like this. Think of a failed child actor
Yeah.
who's now like 40 or whatever
Yeah.
and can't get any work.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So, and I've got an idea here. So, what they'll do is they'll be on Cameo because all these
Yeah,
people
yeah,
are
they
on
will,
Cameo,
they
aren't
will.
they? So, what you do is you message them and you go, or you pay them the 30 quid or whatever it is to get a cameo, and you then say, for $2,000, will you come on my podcast?
That's a good idea.
And they say yes.
And then that gives me traction.
And then you get some, and then you get some failed child star
Yeah.
on your podcast who's like famous and, you know, and that is your way to then get to Harrison Ford.
Yes. Exactly.
See?
Good idea.
And I'm thinking you can start that.
Do you have any ideas in mind?
Any ideas of who?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
I can't be outing people like that, can I?
that's true. Macaulay Culkin would be great.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He's not really failed, is he? Well,
No, I'd say you might have a bit more. You might need a bit more finances to get him
what
on
about
the
like
podcast.
stunt doubles? Like
Stunt doubles would be a really good
Yeah.
idea. Yes, that would be such a good idea.
I'm Harrison Ford's
Stunt double.
head double.
Well, I'm sure with like Harrison Ford, he's probably had the same guy be his stunt double for like the
He
last.
has.
Has it literally been the?
Yeah.
And they've both just grown.
Yeah, they've grown
Yeah.
together. Yeah. I just want to talk about more about like what you're doing at the moment and what kind of. Well, you already explained a bit more, but have you got anything in the pipeline that you're gonna be doing in a few weeks time?
Potentially. It's kind of I'm kind of settling into the job right now, getting some work, and then getting all that work in, all that sort of stuff, and then over the next sort of few months, I'd like to start to think about kind of my own stuff that I'd like to be able to do.
What on the side?
Yeah, so whether that's like making sort of like other sort of stuff to do with like I don't know sports stuff, whether it's going out and
Really?
doing that sort of stuff, whether it's kind of like documentary ideas. Working on, or a friend of mine has kind of approached us with some ideas for some documentaries that he'd like to make,
Wow.
relating to something that we made at uni, so going and making it better, which could be interesting, but I'll save that for maybe a future podcast.
Yeah.
Could be an idea. There you go.
Yeah,
Second
yeah,
round.
yeah. Why don't you do sports thing for your football people?
No,
That'd
not the right thing.
You could do like a football live coverage. But...
Yeah, but I'm playing. I could do a GoPro, couldn't I?
I see.
Yeah. But
Well, you could do that. You could have like football player GoPros because it's always little people you see on the screen.
well,
Maybe
yeah, but
get into the football.
yeah, but I don't think we're good enough for that.
no, but you could
that'd be
recommend
embarrassing to go online.
It.
Oh,
That'd be
also, I don't have 6 GoPros.
That's true.
That's expensive.
That is expensive.
Um,
Yeah, God. Yeah, when you leave and you want equipment, my God.
this is what I mean. Like, you know,
What do you think is the best advice for someone to get equipment after they leave uni? Get a job.
get a loan from your parents.
Really?
Do it. No, well, don't get a loan because loans are bad.
Yes.
Loans are bad. You know, interest is bad, but you can sort of earn money. realistically, the film equipment's expensive, but just choose wisely.
I was thinking of getting like a couple of friends together.
What, to start a video business?
No, but like
To club together to get equipment.
to buy a very expensive camera together and then share it.
So yeah, but you still need to buy everything else.
Yeah, then you can buy everything else.
You need to buy lenses, tripods. Yeah, but do you live near each other?
No, but
well, there you go. There's all the logistics.
Collaborate
there.
on a production together and say,
"Oh, that's a good idea."
We meet up and make a film with our stuff, and then one say, "Oh, I need to do a podcast. I need the cameras. Can I meet you halfway? Oh, here's
drop it off. Behind the bins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactlike
secret stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody would know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good idea. I just think it's not convenient. Like, because if you're like always borrowing, and it's not borrowing, but you still own it.
Yeah.
But like, I found if you're always borrowing off people, eventually you might as well just buy it.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like there comes a point where the financial thing of like for me leaving the university, eventually after leaving, it was like, shit, I do need my own stuff. Like, I always knew that.
Yeah.
But as soon as you leave, it's then or it's not available. You're like, shit, what do I do?
Yeah.
And obviously I've got that bonus.
Can you not borrow the work?
Well,
camera?
yes, I can, but like if I need it on say I've taken a day off to go and shoot something, but there's a shoot that day, I'm not going to be able to borrow it, am I? So it's kind of like that. There's that weird in between. At least with the stuff here, you were able to just take it at any point.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. As you know, here you keep all this stuff for many, many moons, don't you?
Huh? What? Leave it here?
Yeah, you've had this stuff for like 3 weeks before, haven't you?
What do you mean, like it's just
like all your equipment?
Like here?
Yeah.
Yes, I've had this.
You've had it sit here for weeks.
It's a pain in the ass set up, and it's a pain in the ass to put away.
Leave it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What you on? You're on episode 12, right?
29.
Is it 29? Yeah, but if you've released up to 12, right? Yeah, because I checked earlier. And
it's bit what?
They're all unlisted.
Well,
why are they unlisted?
Well,
I started looking for them and I was like, oh, I can't find them. I'll go onto his Instagram.
Yeah, they're on my Instagram.
Yeah, well,
because I don't like my face.
You got to list them. They're good.
Well,
you put so much effort into them.
They're public on Spotify.
They're public on Spotify.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But you put so much effort into the video.
Yeah, but it's for the grandparents. It's for the parents. It's for the students.
It's all for the grandparents.
It's good CV filler.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
That is true.
There you go.
Yeah, because you do want to be a presenter, don't you?
Yes. Radio presenter would be better because I don't have to show my face.
True. But why not the face?
What do you say? I'm good
No,
looking.
but this is what I mean. Like, you might get all the ladies.
Okay. All right.
So you want to be a presenter?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to reverse the roles here.
Okay. Hang on, I'm the host. Hang on. Speaking of ladies, how's Jenna doing?
Jenna's doing great.
All right. What's she's primary school?
Teaching assistant currently,
Right.
yes. She's working in a primary school. She's teaching assistant currently. She's sort of looking into working more with children. She kind of studied music and stuff like that, as she well
I
know.
know that. I
Yeah,
thought she did like drama or something.
No. She studied music. Hence why she was the Glee leader.
Right.
Well, she makes her own music.
Oh, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah, she makes her own music and she sings in that, so makes sense.
Maybe she'd come and perform on here. Alex Jeffries has performed on here.
She's not a huge performer. This is the problem.
Oh,
She loves to like produce her own music and stuff like that, but she doesn't really perform it much.
Right. Has she done a music video?
Yes.
Have you done the filming for it?
Yes.
Right. I was going to say.
Yeah, it was for a music video module.
Put a music video out there and.
Yes, we have discussed it. But so she was working on she was doing a like album for her final module, but it was so busy and she had so much to do and I was doing like other stuff at the time as well, so there wasn't really enough time to like cross that bridge. And then she's released one song so far this year, but she's taken a bit of a break. Like that whole album and that whole year kind of was like really busy and stuff like that. Like it really kind of took it out of her. You kind of like, like writer's block, I guess.
Yeah.
She kind of had like a bit of music block for a bit. So she released one song last year. And I imagine over the next sort of few months, something more might come. So it's definitely going to be on the cards and I will definitely take that avenue at some point.
She graduated a year behind you, didn't she?
Yes. So she took a year out.
Oh, right. I was going to say, because you met at the same time.
Yeah, so we met at the same time, same year. She didn't want to go to uni. So we got together just before I went to uni.
Yeah.
And then we kind of did that whole year. She wasn't really sure where she wanted to go. And then she decided that she did want to go to uni and do music. And then it was kind of toss up between like here, Falmouth, and somewhere else.
Oh, right.
And then she ended up coming to Winchester. And we moved in together in that same period and all of that sort of stuff.
Why I ask is because I remember asking you to ask her to get if they can make the Wonka musical this year.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
I actually mentioned that to them the other day.
Who? What do you mean them?
I forget their names.
What Hannah and Charlotte?
Maybe it's I think it was
Erin?
Hannah and Erin was there, but I think it was Hannah and Erin.
The other day?
Yes,
Were they at your house?
They were at our house, and I was like, "Oh, by the way, I need to tell you something." And they're like, "What?" And I was like, "Matt's asked me to ask you if you can do a Wonka musical."
Thank you.
I don't think you got a yes.
No, because I heard that they cancelled it.
Oh, what
the whole musical? Not Wonka, but the whole.
Oh, what? Because Dave's leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they've cancelled the musical, but they're doing something else. They're doing something in its place. I don't think it's a musical. I don't know. You'll have to bring that up with them. Well, but no, I did broach.
Thank you.
So you came to my head the other day. It was Friday. It was actually last
Really?
Friday. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I was like,
at your house?
I was like, I need to tell you something.
At your house?
Yeah, they're friends with Jenna.
They are.
See?
Yeah, Hannah and Charlotte are great.
See, you're always on my mind.
When they come over.
No, you're just always on my mind.
Oh, thanks.
Just in general. And then they came over and things sparked, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I've met Jenna a few times. She's very nice.
She's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were in shows with her.
Was I? Oh, well, technically.
Technically, you were. You were technically.
I think I remember we had a first conversation with each other where I was part of a Santa thing. I remember you came up to me and said, "Oh, I didn't know you acted."
Yes, you did. Were you Santa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were great in that.
Oh, thank you.
You should keep acting. Are you still doing it this year?
Yes.
Good.
If I have time.
What do you mean if you have time?
Well, you should see my post. Come to my house, see my post-it notes.
Do it.
Right,
I believe you have time.
Right, it depends.
Keep acting. You're good at it.
Well, that's what I wanted to do.
I know. That's what I mean.
I was like 10.
Don't let your busyness
my
get
dream
in the way of
died
your...
when I got too old.
You aged.
Yeah. That's just the Hannah and Charlotte at your house.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, right.
Well, I don't know who was who.
Right. Well, that's funny you should say that because I can't see who's who between the two of you.
We look completely different.
No, the names.
Oh.
It took me a whole year to get your names right. Calum and Calum.
Someone emailed once and emailed someone else and they were like, oh, this person's like Calum Branch.
Right.
So they mixed both of us up, which was even worse.
You must have been very annoying because I'm a twin and they obviously get our names wrong. But for you and...
Well, it's also with the added effect that I also get called Calum. Right. So you've got Calum, and just my name.
Right.
So you get that like added bonus. Although I do go to takeaways now and I just call myself Calum because it's easier. It saves the conversation. Because it normally goes, oh, Calum, and then they're like, Caleb? And I'm like, no, Calum. And they're like, Calum? And I'm like, no. So I just go with Calum now.
Is there any funny stories between your name mixing up that's funny?
No, not anything in particular.
Does it annoy you?
Not anything that comes to mind. Does it? No. Because I've always had Calum.
All right.
I've always had that kind of Calum thing coming at me, so I've just kind of rolled with it.
It did take me a whole year to...
It's quite annoying, though. I tell you what the worst thing was. It was always annoying when, like, people would go, oh, I'm here to see this person, and then suddenly I'd get brought in to do it, and I'm like, who the fuck's this person? I've never had any correspondence. Do you see? Yeah, they make like Cullen, and then I'd be brought in. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I don't know what you're doing. It's got nothing to do with me.
Is there any like funny MMC stories that you have that you can?
Funny.
Yeah.
Let's come back to that.
Okay.
I'll think.
Okay.
Let me think. That was a very on the spot.
Okay.
Let me think.
I want to just talk more about your fascination with film because Cullen was going on about sound. It was amazing how intellectual his sound knowledge was.
Too intellectual for me.
It was like amazing.
Yeah.
If you see my face in the previous episode, I'm going like this. I'm like,
no, don't worry. That's normally the face I make, but I tend to just put a couple of yeahs in there, and it goes all right. Yeah, Cullen's pretty good at like just kind of like whittling off all of this knowledge, and you pick some of it up, you don't pick all of it up, and then by the end of it, you've kind of got like a sort of a bit of an understanding of what he was talking about. And I think he gets lost.
Right. Okay. But I want to know what's your thing that's like your sound, your equivalent to sound that you know a lot. Because I want you to talk about more about what's your.
So it's cameras. Like genuinely, it's.
Is there anything that Calum was talking about? Like going to like a sound Comic-Con. Is there like any cameras you're waiting for?
So, well, I did buy the camera that I kind of...
You bought a camera?
Yeah, so when I finished uni, I was kind of looking at cameras, all this sort of stuff. I was kind of like looking for the right one, and obviously quite expensive. So it was
How expensive?
Well, so mine was $2,000, but when I was looking at all these different variations. You had like 1,600, you had like $1,000, then you had like $2,000 to $3,000 in price ranges. And I was looking at all this different stuff, and I didn't know what I wanted. And then kind of as I was getting closer, the camera that I bought released. So that was the FX30, which is like it looks a bit like a DSLR, I guess, in style, but it's just a mirrorless sort of small camera. But it essentially like did everything that I wanted, was really good, and it was $2,000, which is really good in the grand scheme of like cameras. And so that kind of came out, I bought that. And that kind of having my own camera like really helped push that knowledge even more. And kind of being able to then get involved in different stuff. And I think having my own really pushed me to then learn what route I wanted to take. I think if I'd just always borrowed stuff from the MMC, I don't think I would have realised where I wanted to go. You know, I would have kind of always had my heart set on like working in film or something, or working in like TV or whatever. And then kind of through owning my own camera, I just like making different stuff. I like being able to go out and make all this stuff for different people or different clients or whatever, or make my own stuff. And having my own camera to do that was so much better because you felt like it was your own. You know, you didn't feel like you had to give it back at the end of the day, make sure everything was okay. Like you just had your own thing. You could break it, you could smash it, you could throw it on a car if you wanted to or whatever. Like you could do whatever you wanted with it. And that's the bonus about owning like your own stuff. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, really.
It's yours.
Which was interesting. But in terms of film, do you know what I have realised over the last sort of year and a bit?
What?
I don't like film that much.
Really?
Well, not like...
You mean watching films?
I like watching films, but like I don't think I like it enough as much as I did. Like I don't care for it so much anymore. Like I've moved into this sort of space where I enjoy sort of the like sort of different productions in different ways now. Like I don't care to work for film anymore. Like I used to really want to be able to work on films and like kind of, I don't know, be a runner, work my way up in the camera department or whatever. But kind of as that became not an opportunity for me, just based off of kind of my own circumstances, I kind of started to think, do I care that much actually? Like it's really cool. I'd still love to, but like I don't, I've kind of lost that sort of like love specifically for film. So I don't have that drive to work on films so much anymore. But things like, I'd love to work on maybe some more documentaries or something like that, because it's a different way of shooting. You know, it's not got that kind of staged, you've got to follow this exact routine. I think being able to have that flexibility, it's kind of like why I'd love to work in sports so much, because it's so flexible, so much is happening. You know, you don't know what's going to be happening in 5 minutes compared to in an hour. Like, you're going to be doing so many different things.
We'll come back to the MMC so you can love it again.
Well, exactly. Maybe that's true. Yeah. Well, to be fair, even here, that's where it kind of started to come through.
Like when you?
What was I was working here? Yeah.
I think people. I think a lot of focus is on fiction and like.
Yeah.
And I saw a show reel for something. I think it was like a film school somewhere else. And the whole show reel was filmed with fiction stuff. And there was hardly animation, documentary, or sound.
Yeah.
Or stuff
sound,
like that. Yeah. It was all fiction, and things that people know. So there's not... Do you find that as well? Do you find there's not enough
I feel like
space?
It's... People all come to university or anywhere, to be honest, and they always have the heart set on the glamour.
Right.
So the glamour of film, and film is not as glamorous as people think it is. Like, film is tough. You know, I've got friends that kind of have are trying to break into that industry. You know, they've gone and studied more, they've gone and done postgrads and all that, and it's a struggle to be able to get those jobs sometimes. Like, no doubt they'll make it, and they will definitely make it, but it's that like initial getting there part. Like, it's always that foot in the door, isn't it? But, you know, whilst you're trying to get your foot in there, you've got to pay bills. You know, you've got to be able to live and all that sort of stuff. Like, the glamour of film isn't so glamorous until you're at the top. You know, it's long days, it's a lot of work, and I think not everyone is cut out for it. Hence why people drop out of courses so much, because like they've realised how much hard, like you've probably experienced it, haven't you? You know, you're going to a set, you're lugging stuff about, you're doing all this, you know, you're having long days, you hit the end of the day and you're probably not like fully into the process at that point. You know, you finish it and then you're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, you probably feel it with these. If you've done like sort of 6 back-to-back podcasts or whatever, you're probably by the end of it like, do I have to do any more of these?
Yeah, I did 3 in one day. And that was,
I can imagine that was a bit of a...
That was... and it was all back to back.
Yeah.
There wasn't a break in between. So...
Do you know, I was having a conversation about something like this though, like, in terms of jobs, what do you think the best job in the world is? And my initial thought was like presenter.
Right.
So like think of like Sky Sports presenters, for example.
Yeah.
Like they've got such a like I don't know, I'm not a presenter, but like it just feels like from the outside they have such a like good job.
Yeah.
Like being able to present all these different things, you know, like an Ant and Dec kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, they go out, they kind of do like I'm a Celebrity, where they do this like presenting and all that sort of stuff. And obviously there's other stuff that they do, but you know, they're kind of, their job is to go in, present, do all of this stuff, do a bit of research, and that's kind of their job. That's what it feels like anyway to me. Obviously, it's probably a bit different, but...
You feel that's the best job in the world?
Maybe not the best job in the world, but like probably like one of the best in terms of like work type of work. Maybe not workload specifically, but like in terms of the type of work, I think it's probably a really interesting job.
Do you want to sit here?
There you go, you can do it. No, I don't want to do it. I'm not cut out for presenting.
God, I'm losing my voice. I'm just... Anything else? What's like the thing that you least hate about... what's the least thing you don't like with anything?
What do I hate?
Yeah, with film stuff. Like equipment stuff, I mean. Or software.
Premiere Pro? No. Yes. No. What do I hate? I think the thing I probably hate most is lazy workers.
Why'd you point to
No, not you. But
right.
No. I hate lazy workers.
Yeah, you were doing this.
No, lazy workers. Like
right.
People who haven't put effort into what they're trying to do. And I've seen it massively with, like, I've had such good, like, understanding of it from university. Like, not myself necessarily during uni, but like other people's work during university. There's so many times where people have gone, oh, that person wasn't pulling their weight, or this person hasn't put the effort in.
Right,
and it's like, that's the worst thing for me, is when people aren't pulling their weight.
Yeah.
And, you know, there are scenarios where people will be having different things going on, but there's so many times where people are like, oh, this person hasn't put in the effort, or I'm having to do the edit now because this person didn't want to.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. Like, that's the worst thing for me.
Yeah.
It's as much as the people are fantastic, it's then the people that aren't.
Yeah.
It's that like 1% of people that always kind of like drag it down. Like, I appreciate every single element of like video creation and everything. Like, you know, Calum's given me a newfound appreciation for sound.
Yeah.
And, you know, how much effort you do need to try and put into it. Not that I know what I'm doing 90% of the time. Well, I know what I'm doing, but you get my point. Like, not that I kind of am as good as like him at something like that. Or, you know, I can kind of appreciate like kind of, you know, lighting and all that sort of stuff and the camera work. But it always comes down to the people. It's the people you work with.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you had a guest who wasn't putting any effort and they were just sat there going blah, 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 then it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I've been in groups like at secondary school that are just you just have to do everything.
Yeah.
And then the classic scenario is you do everything, and then when it fails, they blame you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
You feel like you put in loads of effort, and then it's like,
oh,
shit.
but we didn't do that. And I'm like, well, I did all I did all the work for
But then if you've all put the effort in, then you're pretty good. And I think that's like so many times, like when I've been looking at other students' work here, and it's just like, God, I just wish like that person had put a bit of effort in for you.
Yeah.
Because you might have come
And
out
they're
with
good,
such a
and they're
good project.
People.
Yeah, no, it's not even that the people aren't bad; they just can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, it's annoying as well when it's like people's grades or people's work or anything like that. Like, you know, you're kind of taken away from that.
Yeah. Do you have like any advice for people who come on this course and want to learn, and also like in the future as well? Do you have any like advice?
Put in a lot of effort. Like I know it's kind of typical to say, but you will literally get out of the course and video creation and anything like that and filmmaking, you'll get out of it what you put in. If you make the effort to go and make films, if you make the effort to contact other people to make work, to get involved, to go and talk to people, to try and get on sets, you will get out of it as much as you put in. If you stay at home, you just don't do anything, you don't bother going in or anything like that, you're not going to get on other sets. You know, you're not going to understand what you're doing. If you don't do your own research, like with cameras, if you don't kind of try your best to be able to learn them and experience them, like you, for example, you're not hugely knowledgeable on kind of like filmmaking from a camera tech point of view.
Camera.
But you put the effort in
to learn them.
Like you put the effort in. You know, you've made so many of these podcasts by putting the effort in, and they've all come out looking really good. You know, well, you've got 12 out so far, so. But you've got you know, you've put that effort in, and you know, you will get out of it what people put in, and that's always every time I talk to anyone, it's like, just try. You know, if you don't talk to anyone and you don't kind of put the effort in to learn whatever you want to learn, then you're never going to get any good at it.
But I can't learn without you, though.
Well,
so
that's something you're gonna.
Problem.
Well, you're gonna have to grow up and learn.
But I can't.
Well, that's true. Well, you've got Calum until October. Then post October, you're screwed. But
yeah, but I've known I've.
Right, text me if you ever need anything.
Oh no, I can't do that.
What? Okay.
No, I can't do that.
Instagram me.
No, I can't do that.
What do you mean no?
That's wrong.
That's against the law.
No, I feel. I was dirty. I feel dirty.
How do you feel dirty?
Well, I feel wrong. Well, you're not getting paid.
That's all right. I like helping people out. I still help people out when.
No, I can't do that.
Right, if you don't message me when you're.
I'll tip you. Like a waiter, I'll have to tip you.
Yeah. How much? What's my percentage here? Like 20%?
We'll have to cut this bit out. Anything. I kind of talked a lot about sound. Is there anything else you want to talk about film-wise, or advice after you leave? Because I don't know what I'm going to do.
Scrounge off your parents.
Okay.
Do your absolute best to not get in a scenario where you have to pay for rent and have to pay for things, like out of your control anyway.
All right. Okay.
Obviously, I understand contributing to like rent and all that at home, but like try your absolute best to stay at home, because hopefully your parents will be able to be flexible and allow you. You know, if you're trying to make it in the film industry, you aren't going to be guaranteed work. And this was the biggest thing for me moving off the island. Like, I had to have a job. Otherwise I would have pursued like a career probably in film, like film. Like I would have pursued a career in that, like kind of doing like running work and working my way up and all that sort of stuff. But I had to get a job, and I've always found that if you can like avoid getting like having to get into employment and just really push the freelance stuff, and eventually something will come. But it's having that kind of flexibility to do that, and if you can try and make the best of that scenario, you know, talking with your parents, recommending or asking if they can kind of facilitate you for maybe a few months to see how things go, and stuff like that. Like normally most parents will be absolutely fine with it, but it's having that freedom, which is again a recommendation to you as well. Like if you know where you want to go or what you want to try and do, if you can like kind of live at home for a bit and have that kind of security, because as soon as you move out of home, you lose all that security. You know, you have to pay rent. Yeah. And you know, as soon as you're kind of trying to pay that, you have to get a full-time job. Did
you find security when you were in the Winchester area though?
Yeah, but I still had to pay rent. This is like I had the security of like people I knew and the job, but like, you know, I kind of didn't have so much kind of ability to go out and do the things I wanted to do. Like I said, I probably would have like pushed to work in like film. Obviously through like kind of my time, I've discovered that I don't really want to do that. But you know, I probably would have pushed to do that. You know, in 20 years, it might change completely. I might have like, you know, I might have earned enough money that I can take some time out and go and work film or something. But then I'll be starting right at the bottom again. So
Yeah.
but yeah, genuinely just kind of put as much effort as you can after you finish university to kind of pushing for what you want to do.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's good advice. See, he's good, isn't he? He's good. See, should've
Not
left.
me.
I made up this question, but I want to know what is a typical. Before we left, I want to know what is a typical day in the MMC for you, or was a typical day for you.
What
in the
was
MMC?
a typical day in the MMC?
Yeah, what's a day in the life of.
So the life of a media technician at the University of Winchester.
And also, how did you get that job? Did you have to like get trained on everything?
I already knew a lot of it.
Really?
Like,
Because the course.
Yeah, because I already
Wow.
knew so much of it because of the course that I kind of then the stuff I didn't know I could pick up quite quickly. Like I said, I enjoyed tech and all that sort of stuff anyway. So the stuff I didn't know, I could do a bit of research and pick it up quite quickly.
Wow.
And then obviously be able to pass that on to students. But typical day. So picture this.
Right.
There I am waking up probably about 15 minutes before I need to leave.
What time is your wake up time?
Probably at 8:15. I'd start at
okay.
9 and I'd need to leave by like probably 2:30, 2:45, whatever.
Okay, it's not too bad.
I was probably late. Normally was, depending on the day.
Okay, so you get in at 9.
So I'd get in at 9, I'd have my breakfast before, bit of a coffee, depending on breakfast, maybe
Right.
some toast, maybe some cereal. Big fan of Crave.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, Crave. Yeah.
Expensive.
I used to love Golden Grahams, but they've
Right.
discontinued them. So
They've discontinued Cocoa Rocks.
have they?
Yeah,
Shit.
I love that. Anyway, so you get in,
Get in.
the
I've
loans
ha-
counter goes up.
I've had my Crave.
Yeah.
The loans counter's gone up, or probably when I turn up was already up.
Is there a clock machine?
No.
Oh.
No, some teams have them, some don't. I didn't. I just kind of turned up whenever I needed to, sort of thing. But I kind of turn up, and I may have some sessions booked in. I may not. I'd probably spend 15, 20 minutes chatting to Jimmer.
Yep.
And Nat and Tash or something, or Calum if he was there at the time. I may have some training sessions that I need to do, so I get equipment ready. Or on a Tuesday I'll be in with journalism, so I'll go and help journalism out doing these different things. No, they're great.
They take up this room.
This is not your room. This is the chat. Oh, or is it the chat?
Well, there should be a plaque on the wall after
Yeah,
I leave.
You need to put like a sign.
Yeah.
Chat and that podcast.
So
but
Tuesdays are full of
Tuesday's full of
journalists.
journalism, but outside of that, you kind of do a bit of training, bit of 1-to-1. Maybe you'd do like a session of 10 with 10 people. You might go into classes, so maybe I'll go with like Paul or something to do like kind of editing and sound. A bit of variation, I'd have my lunch in the middle of the day, bit more training, bit of messing about, chatting with students. If I wasn't doing training, I'd kind of sit in the MMC, be available.
What would you
in
do
case
with the
people need it.
MMC?
Answer emails, watch people's
Did
work.
you sit through the whole summer at the MMC?
Kind of, no. Well, yeah, ish.
How did you do that?
I had an office, but I'd do
would
other
you do
I'd do
that?
other things if I needed to, but it was just you have to be in, don't you? It's a job.
What could you do?
Not huge amounts,
I know.
as much as
So what do you do?
possible.
Or you just do emails and
Well, maybe not during summer. Like during summer, it's like getting like doing other things. I don't know, seeing what kit needs to be ready for the new year, anything that needs sorting out or whatever. Dealing with it, like I'd help. So I was sharing an office with Dave Buss, so I'd like help Dave Buss out in the theatre stuff,
right.
do some theatre bits.
Was it quite a ghost town when it was during the summer and stuff?
The most boring thing in the world most of the time.
It's summer.
Yeah, it is so boring. Like my first summer was incredibly dull. Like me and Calum would just kind of sit there just with nothing to do.
Wow.
And then for the second summer, which was this summer, I had a bit more to do because I was this time I was sharing an office with Dave, so there's more theatre stuff to do, and all that sort of stuff. But it was a weird sort of like ghost town sort of. You'd have a few people come in, you'd talk to someone for about 20 minutes, and then they leave again, and then you'd have like not huge amounts to do. Like I would have done loads of, like by August I'd be doing prep for the new year.
Yeah.
But obviously where I was leaving, I couldn't prep much because I wasn't sure
Right.
who was coming in to replace me at the time. So
Should have left.
bit of a ghost town. See, is that going to be the title of this?
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left.
Yeah. Yep.
Depressing.
I was actually quite sad. I was.
I apologise.
Oh yeah, because it was quite of a shock.
I know.
Oh. I was really. I know. Seriously, I was really excited to go. Yeah, I've got Calum.
Got all that
at the
training.
MMC. all that training to do.
It's fine. You'll be fine. You'll get a nice replacement, and they'll tell you exactly.
Izzy
how
got
to
a
do
lot out. Izzy Cross got a lot out of you. You
Yeah,
built
she
her
did. Yeah,
stuff.
helped Izzy out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a fashion show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there, weren't
I
you?
was there,
You were
yeah,
recording.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
good. It was really good.
Talk about. Now, I was talking to Cullen earlier before we get on to 2 more questions and quick fire questions. Why are you ashamed of your film, The Fisherman?
Oh, what did he say?
He said there was just a lot of problems and stuff like that.
We went through some sort of like issues,
Right.
I guess. Everything worked out looked like it was going to work out really good. We were really happy with it, and then we kind of got into the edit, and there were various issues, down to like we had some camera issues, we had some like acting based issues that we weren't hugely happy with, kind of certain areas of performance. So there was a lot of like kind of different things that didn't work. There were like story issues in terms of like the story didn't fully work in terms of being a film. And yeah, we just weren't hugely happy with it by the end of it. Although it came out being an okay film in the end, it just wasn't something that we thought we were capable of doing. If you see, like, we thought we were capable of doing better than what we had. So we've just kind of pushed that to the side, and we never want to touch it ever again.
Well, I do want to see it.
Maybe I'll send you the link if you like it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, yes, please. Yeah.
It will have to be an expiration link that you can
What?
never send
Like
to
a
anyone
timed
ever.
one. I get my screen recorder out.
Well, it'll have a bomb built in, so your phone explodes by the end of it.
I spilled orange juice on my laptop a month ago.
Does it work?
Well, the stuff's on, it's fine. It's on a hard drive.
Is it a
now.
bit sticky?
It's broken. The whole laptop's gone.
Oh, like completely
Yeah,
fucked.
fucked.
Oh no.
I'm quite sad. It feels like I've lost something. Like a.
Do you have to
family
buy a new
member.
laptop?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I was
no.
I was in the process of doing that anyway.
Oh, okay. What are you getting?
I don't know.
Getting-
That's why I'm in the process.
Are
of
you
it.
getting a
Mac.
a laptop or a Mac?
Mac.
Mac. Interesting.
Yeah.
How much you spending?
I don't know.
What's your budget?
I've got to save up though.
Oh, were you in the process of saving? Were you working over the summer?
Yeah.
Were you working?
No, actually not really. Just before.
Was it the cafe?
Yeah.
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 Was that good?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Busy?
Yeah. Yes. Luckily, don't work Easter Monday and Sunday. That's the worst.
Oh, really?
That's busy.
Busy.
That's
Where
busy.
was it? Was it a train thing?
No, it's a model village.
That was it. Model
My brother
Village.
does the trains. My brother drives the trains.
Does he?
Yeah.
No, what, the little ones?
Yeah. He's like in a little thing.
Little conductor.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah. Come over with Jenna.
That must be the worst thing in the world.
What? Come over with Jenna. We'll get you on the train.
Where do you live? Where is it?
Same as Jacob and Josh.
Oh, what?
High Wycombe.
Okay, cool. Right, send me the address. I'll come by.
If you've ever visited Josh, visit me.
Are you going in December? Do you work there at Christmas?
No, they close at Christmas.
So when are you next working? April?
I think maybe reading week. But I'm working over reading week doing large scale.
How is large scale?
Right, moving on.
No. I
So-
need to know.
Well, I've lost 2 actors already.
Shit.
I had all my actors.
What's your role?
Casting director.
Casting
So I
director.
had I had 5 in the bag, and then the date got changed. I've lost 2 of them.
Oh fuck! Wait, what's your production?
A Kiss.
Huh?
Kiss
Kiss.
with Vass.
Oh right, okay.
I was really happy. I had all my 5 actors.
Yeah.
I did my job. I did my job correctly.
Yeah.
Like I didn't slack. I really worked hard. I found them. I loved them, and we're going to do a read through.
Yeah.
And then everything.
Days
just went.
change. Yeah, it's typical film.
Well, I've got a month left
Yeah.
to find actors.
Can you? Well,
But
because it's pretty
I
typical.
keep putting it off. I have to get cracked down on it.
Well, it's now live on camera, so
Whoops! I cut it out.
it won't come out by the time it's filmed.
I asked this question to everyone, but it could be like half film, half something else. Is there a serious issue you think that needs to be known in the world more, needs to be addressed?
Do you know? I looked at this question
Yeah.
and I've got no idea.
Well, Cullen said people at concerts with phones.
Okay, something like okay, right. I'm following. Yes, we should be able to go on our phones whilst we drive.
But a serious issue. I think you didn't like global warming or inflation. Is that the right word? Inflation, yeah.
I think we should be looking more at kind of the ways we can deal with things like the Russia situation, the Russia-Ukraine situation, like
Yeah.
things like wars and stuff like that. Like there's so much. I don't know it's such a like stupid thing to say, but like these things don't need to happen, and I don't think there will ever be a resolution. Like, there's always going to be war and there's always going to be stuff like that. But it's, finding a way to be able to contribute to stuff like that in a way that's positive. And I think that's probably like the one that I can think of. But I don't think I'm really in a massive position to be able to go out to the people and be like, this is what I'm preaching. Because realistically, I don't do enough myself for any of those like causes, really. Like, most people don't. Most people will never kind of, or won't do enough towards a cause to really be able to preach. And I don't think I'm in a position or a situation whatsoever to be able to go, this is an issue that people have to know about.
What about film? You twist it to film. What about film then? Is there an issue in film that you think?
Is there an issue in film? Yes, underpayment.
Yeah.
People do not get paid enough for, or not that they don't get
like tutors and gibber.
Well, so that's like that's like education really, but like film, like people don't get paid enough.
Yeah. Like
in general, like people will get paid maybe enough, like as rates, like that should be their rate. But there's so many cases of people not offering what they're worth, going, oh, can you do it for expenses? Or can you like do it for £100 because you don't really have the budget for that? It's like that's not fair. That's not good enough. Like the amount of times that people take work because they don't have any other work and they're like, oh, I have to, like, I might as well get the money in. Like, it is not fair. And there's so many occasions of people being like underpaid and, they're kind of being overworked in these environments when they're only getting like £100 for a day, which is ridiculous because by, you're probably not even minimum wage by that point. And I think that is a huge issue, and that will always be an issue. But it's a huge issue that needs to be like remedied. And it's so difficult because a lot of these times it's things like flat rates. And a lot of the time it doesn't even come under like all these labour laws and all that sort of stuff. Like it doesn't even get looked at. And I think that's definitely something that needs to be dealt with. Yeah. Once again, whether it can be dealt with is a whole different question, because I don't think it can. But I think in general, I'm probably not in a position to go preaching about kind of world problems and all this sort of stuff. Right. Like there's so many problems that need to be known, like things like wars and all that sort of stuff. Like there's stuff that has to be known and needs to be dealt with, and it's so unfair. But like, I'm not in a position to be able to go deal with it, like this problem. I'm not in a position to go and deal with these problems and be like, oh, these are major world issues and stuff like that, because I sit and make silly videos sometimes.
Do you?
I sit and make silly videos sometimes.
Still?
What? No, I make silly videos, like as in like I create videos and stuff like that.
Oh, right.
Or yes, there are like there's so many different things where it's like, like if you're at a traffic light, should you be able to use your phone and stuff like that? Like that's a world issue. Like I think if you just want to change your music slightly, maybe that should be allowed. Right. Like stuff like that. Is that a problem that we could be talking about?
Don't know. Do you still have free parking here?
We'll find out.
Right. We'll find out. Oh no.
I'm pretty sure after 4 you get free parking, but
okay.
What you should do is at the end of this, you should put a little snippet saying whether I got a parking ticket or not. I'll send you. Yeah, I'll send you in like a month. I'll send you in like a few weeks of whether I got one or not, and it'll be like Calum never did get his parking ticket.
Right, the end of films. Yeah. Quick fire questions.
Oh bugger!
Here we go. Language.
These were the words. I swore a few times. You might have to beat them out.
Okay. Favorite film of last year?
Across the Spider-Verse.
Right. Favorite film of all time?
Hacksaw Ridge. No, lie. The Father.
Is that with
Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, right. Really?
Fantastic movie.
Yeah. He is good. Love it. Is that Olivia Colman was in that?
Yes. And then she was kind of switching between her and another lady. I can't remember her name. Because it is kind of like
dementia.
Yeah, based on it's like a dementia sort of thing.
Favorite filmmaker?
Matt Warlow.
True.
Aronofsky.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Make some really cool stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Quite like it.
Favorite song that you can listen to forever?
Crack a Bottle by Eminem.
Right. Okay. What's your kind of music?
American hip hop.
Really?
Yeah.
NSYNC?
Although I really like Hope by NF as well.
Hope what?
NF. It's really good stuff. It's like quite kind of dramatic in nature. It feels quite cinematic. Very like filmy, I guess, in style.
What's your favourite artist?
Eminem.
Not Jenna?
No.
No.
No, to be fair, she
Do you
doesn't
like her stuff?
she doesn't make American hip hop, does she?
Oh, right, I see.
It's just her music isn't like my typical style.
All right.
So although she's a
Better be careful what you
although
tread
she's
here.
a fantastic artist, don't worry, I've told her.
Okay. Oh, you don't want the world to know.
It's alright, I'm very honest.
Oh, she's very good.
Yeah, I know she is fantastic. And she makes some really good stuff, and she's got many fans out there.
Cool, good for her.
I know. Well, many fans that we know, but
That's
huge
good.
fans.
It's
It's a bit like you as well. You've got many fans that you know.
That's true.
Yeah. See, and then you're all waiting to go big time.
Well, I know them because I've seen them on, like, there's millions and millions I've just seen on views. Does that count?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, she's waiting to go big time. You're waiting to go. You wait until you.
Let's go big time together.
You're going to become like the sort of the huge podcast man. That's going to be you. You're going to be massive.
If you could be a person for a day, who would it be?
If I could be a person for the day, I would be Marcus Rashford.
Right. I like him. I like him a lot.
Just a Man United fan.
Are you?
Yes.
You're Man right.
Yes.
Okay. You're a Man U fan.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, literally a Man U.
You get
fan.
a lot of booze. So
Yeah.
boo.
Well, not me, but not down here.
I don't know. I don't know which one's bad and which one's good.
Not down south. Maybe up north a bit. But
Who's the worst football team? Do you think?
who's the worst football team?
Yeah.
Oh, Man City.
Okay.
Every single time.
Okay.
Cheating bastards.
Are you Man United? Right? Did you say is that the one with the gates?
The gates.
Yeah, we won't stand alone.
Do you mean
the one where the people
walk?
got
Do you mean
killed?
Walk Alone?
Yeah, the people got killed on the
That
gates.
was Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool.
Yeah, that was
this
Liverpool.
Yeah.
When you said with the gates, I was like, what, on their badge?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
following.
Childhood celebrity crush.
Margot Robbie.
Nice.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, good.
Pretty simple.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, did you watch the Sabrina Carpenter video with
Yes.
Jenna Ortega?
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yep. Yes. Yeah.
Bet you were.
I bet she's on like a press tour, so everyone could just remember me. Hope said, I can't stop thinking about you, Matt, because there's like a Jenna press tour, and I was like, great. That's great. Secret talent or unknown fact people don't know about you. I said football, but is there anything else?
I can do this with my
Oh
finger.
my god.
Is that a secret talent? I don't know whether it'll pick it up on camera.
Okay.
But hang on, there you go. And then this one does the same as well.
Lovely.
Most people get stuck.
Is that how you
here.
impressed Jenna when you first met her?
I was like, hi.
Hi.
touch my thumb.
Yeah. Keep doing this now. What is something that you have that you need to throw out?
Pop vinyls. From when I was like 16.
Right.
I bought
How many have you got?
I don't know, probably like 20, 25. They're just sat in a box.
Really?
And I bought too many, and I just need to get rid of them.
Oh, that was the next question. I missed that. What's your favourite TV show?
Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yes. Maybe not how it ended.
Yeah, you're one of those fans, right? Right.
But it was still really good.
The first Game of Thrones I saw was the last one.
And
it was at the cinema.
Yes. Oh no. As in the
'Cause
last episode.
Yeah, my mum booked tickets,
no.
and I said, I don't know what's going on. She said, well, it's history. Go and watch
It's
it.
history.
So I think if I go back to the beginning, it's like a prequel.
Oh, that's
There
true.
you
That's a good
go,
point.
yeah.
Well, then you could go and watch House of the Dragon as well.
Probably not.
Although House of the Dragon might become my favourite.
Is it good?
It is really good. Yeah, it's got a few more seasons, so there's still room to butcher it.
Oh, okay. It could go forward in time and rechange.
Yeah, that's true.
You throw out. What keeps you up at night?
Man United, probably.
Really? What, losing?
Or not? Yeah, just playing like shit. Although we play really well on the weekend, so maybe.
Right.
Maybe we might be pretty good this season. So we'll see.
Window or aisle on a plane?
Aisle.
Aisle.
Because I need to pee all the time.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Did you have a dog, right?
No, my family did though.
Oh.
Did. Depressing.
Have you ever thought of getting a dog together?
I would love to. We can't have them currently in our flat because of general not allowed them.
And also, how can you get a dog if you're all so busy?
Well, that's
the
also
question.
a consideration. How do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Because the problem is when they're a puppy, you can't leave them by themselves.
Yeah.
So it's not so bad when they get older because you can go home during lunch or whatever. But is that fair? Is it fair only seeing the dog at lunch?
Well, you always could have brought it in the OMC.
Well, I know, literally.
So
I did
to get your job back, get a dog.
I did have that thought.
Yeah.
I had that thought.
It'd be a nice little, thing.
Yeah.
And strap a GoPro to it.
Nice
Be a
little
good camera.
GoPro. Yes.
Yeah.
That'd make a good filming tool.
Yeah. Good documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a good documentary out there called The Secret Life of Cats.
Really?
Where they just strapped a bunch of camera to cats and they like followed them.
I've seen this guy on TikTok that does that.
And it's really weird.
Have you seen the guy on TikTok that tracks his cat?
No.
So he puts a camera on his cat.
Yeah.
And it's got a tracker on it as well. And he tracks his cat and then he just meets his cat in weird places. So his cat's like in the middle of a farm field and he just walks up to his cat in this field.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
If you time traveled, where would you go?
Time travelled, where would I go?
1966 World Cup.
No. Fucking England, man. Every time. Something goes
They're
wrong
good.
every
Who's the manager
time.
again?
Nobody current. Well, it was Southgate.
I liked him.
You might have been the only one in the country that did.
Really?
Well,
he did a good job.
He did a great job until this year.
Oh, right.
This year, he did a great job this year, kind of, but we were pants. We were so shit this year. We're awful. Where would I Can I change time travel to just teleport?
Yeah.
I would absolutely love to just teleport to Japan.
Well, what time? What time period?
Well, I'm just teleporting.
Japan. What year?
Japan,
Last year.
Japan now is fine.
Okay, Japan yesterday.
Japan yesterday. See, where would I time travel? Hang on, let me.
Why would you say Japan? What is your fascination?
I just want to go to Japan.
Oh, really?
I just love to go to Japan. Yeah,
cool.
It'd be great. I think if I was going to time travel, no. The United 99 treble win. So I'd go to the Champions League final.
Okay.
Yeah.
What that is.
Or the European final. Yeah.
Favorite word.
Favorite
Matt.
word.
No, favorite Kirby.
Favorite Matt.
Favorite Matt. There you go. Favorite Matt.
Who's my favorite Matt?
Yeah. Axby, Warlow, Spud. Do you ever meet Spud?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I stayed with him this summer.
Yes, yeah, no, I did. I met him in a bop line once.
Did you?
And yeah.
In a bop line?
Yeah.
You went to bop?
Yeah, I met him many times. I met him.
Hang on. We've never seen each other at bop.
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't.
I think we have.
No, we haven't.
I'm pretty sure you were really drunk.
I've never seen you at bop before.
I don't believe you.
You've been to bop? No, stop. Because I invited you to my prees and you never came. And you said the first thing you said to me was, "Oh, I'm not reliving my uni career again."
Yeah, well, I've still been to bop though, haven't I?
Well, not when I was a student.
Yeah, not when you were a student. I know I've been a few times since you were a student, but that was like before.
Oh, God damn it!
I hit my point where I stopped going.
Yeah, but Spud and I were at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but I hit a point where I stopped going, and that was before you invited me. Yeah, no, I met him in a bot line because he kept saying, "Where is he from?"
Oh, Wisconsin.
Yeah, he kept saying that.
Right.
Like he was literally in this bot line, just going, like telling people he was.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, literally that.
Right.
He was doing that exact thing, and I just turned around. I was like, "What is happening? Why is this guy just saying he's from Wisconsin?"
But what is your favourite Matt out of the four?
You.
No,
no, I'm joking. I can't choose.
Can't choose. Oh,
I'm not allowed to choose. Not by law.
But I'm a favourite student, right?
You absolutely.
Thank you.
Of course you are.
Favourite word.
Favourite word. Plonk.
Actually, just quickly, he just said that I was his favourite student. Just want to.
Favourite student.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that on film.
Legally.
Thank you. Guilty pleasure.
Pokemon.
You're a Pokemon person?
Pretty big Pokemon person.
God, that's the info fact I don't know about you. Wow.
Is that an unknown fact?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I spent a lot of time playing Pokemon Go in the MMC.
Have you got Pokemon Go?
Yes.
Do you still play it?
Not so much now.
God. Do you have Pokemon cards?
Yes.
My God. Why weren't you part of the Pokemon Society?
I didn't know there was one.
I think it was Anime Society or something.
I bought some cards like literally a few weeks ago.
Oh. I know what I'm getting you for your birthday.
It's terrible.
Right.
I need to stop.
Has Jenna been affected by it?
There's every now and then there's a weird like side eye of disappointment.
When I come to your house, when you come to your flat, will it just be like loads of Pokemon stuff?
No, I'm not that bad.
Oh.
Like I go through phases. Like I'm in that phase right now, but give it a month and I won't think about it for like 3-4 months.
Who's your favourite Pikachu then?
Who's my favourite Pikachu?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good way of saying
Pikachu?
it. Who's my favourite Pokemon?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Who's my favourite
Pikachu?
Pikachu?
I don't know.
Well, Infernape. Do you know who that is?
No.
No. Well,
Is
there
that
you
the
go.
turtle with the cannons?
No, that's Blastoise.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
wrong turtle.
Is
It's not
Kevin 11 one of them?
Kevin 11.
Yeah.
What?
Ben 10.
Ben 10. Are you having a look?
No, I'm joking. I sometimes when I was young, I got confused between Ben 10 and Pokemon. I thought they were in the same universe.
They could be. They I don't know. The monsters look like they
No, but
could
Ken Ben. What was I saying?
What's Ken Ben?
Ben 10, uncle or cousin.
I think you said
whatever.
Ken 10, didn't you?
Yeah. Ben 10's cousin is like Kevin 11 or something.
Is he?
Yeah.
Do you like Ben 10?
No.
What, are you sure?
Well,
you seem to know a lot about it.
Yeah, I do.
Is that your guilty pleasure?
No. Moving on. Photos or videos?
Video. Although I would absolutely love to become a skilled photographer.
Have you not ever experienced it before?
I do it. Like I do take photos and stuff, but like photography is a very different skill to video. Like it's two different things. Like composition is so important with like photography, whereas obviously with something like video, a lot of the time it's composition mixed with movement that you need to consider. So you're kind of thinking about multiple compositions. So it's kind of I'd love to become a very skilled photographer. It would be something I'd be really interested in being able to like pursue or gain.
Favorite camera?
I guess my camera, the FX30. If not
Is that the same as these, but 30?
It's like a DSLR.
What company is it?
Sony.
Ah.
Or just the Ronin 4D because it looks quite fun. Is that camera with the gimbal?
Out of the three, C100, FS5, Blackmagic, which is your favourite?
FS5.
Really? Not Blackmagic?
No, because they do my head in.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
They're easy.
What about pockets?
Even worse.
Really?
Yes.
People say pockets are great.
Ursas are too big. Pockets are so inconvenient. The form factor's ridiculous. Whoever designed a Blackmagic is a terrible man.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Don't come and attack me. And last question: if you had the choice to choose who would come on the show next, who would you choose?
Robert Ferrin.
Yes.
That would be my one singular man that
Anyone
I'd
else?
love to see on it. Jimmer, of course.
Yes.
I think Jimmer deserves to be on here.
Please.
I think Jimmer would absolutely deserve to be on here.
Yeah.
I think you should show him this clip and demand his need to be on here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And one final man, who I'm sure is due to be announced.
Yes.
Well, when I say announced, is due to have a call to action.
Who?
Harrison Ford.
Yes.
That is a singular man that we all want to see on this podcast, I think.
We do, thank you. Yes, Harrison Ford, yes.
Yeah, Harrison Ford, if you're listening, please make your way onto this podcast. This lovely person over here, Matt, has been what?
Yes.
This lovely podcast host over here, Matt, would love to see you on the show, and I believe that he can offer you a handsome sum of £10 an hour.
Yes,
to come on the show, and he might even offer you some Krispy Kremes. Yeah. A coffee.
Yeah. Well, his new film Captain America's coming out in February, so
yes. Oh, that's a good point. Press tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's a really good point. See,
and he can jump the queue of my edits.
Yes. See, if you unlist these videos, he'll see them.
Right, that's a good point. Actually, duly noted. Any friend mentions or shout outs you like to give?
I would love to mention, of course, my girlfriend that we've already spoken about.
Yeah.
Supported me through all of my life, of course.
Really?
Well, all of my life for the last 5 years.
All right.
Another shout out would be to my friend Josh. If you ever need your car cleaning, please go to JO Automotive Care.
Is that the Josh?
Not Josh from film. This is non-film. This is Car Wash Josh.
Car Wash Josh.
He owns a valeting company and he's based on the Isle of Wight. So if you ever need your car cleaning, please go to JO Automotive Care. He would love your business. Thank you very much. And finally, I'd like to say a massive thank you to our podcast host over here,
That's very sweet. Yeah.
Matthew Kirby. Is it Matthew?
Yes.
Yes, to Matthew Kirby. Thank you very much for providing this service, and I've really enjoyed being on here, and I'd love to come back for a second one.
Really?
Yes, and come back for a second and do less university talk and kind of get a bit more into the nitty gritty of different things.
Maybe
I think that'd be
save
amazing.
That for Cullen and Matt Warlow's podcast.
Good point.
Yeah.
But yes.
Nitty and gritty. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing. This will probably be out when I've done it, but I'm a huge fan of Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
And I would love to do a thing called Winchester Night Live.
Right. Okay.
In the PG.
Yep.
Where I host it, where I put a couple of little sketches in.
Yep.
And then it's at the end. It's kind of like an end of our year, just to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Film it.
Your
the audience is the audience is film production people.
Your final ever year.
Yeah, and then the film production people it's all about them and a last shebang. And then when we graduate, I'm going to edit it in those 2 months, so it's graduation. People can see it.
This would be you got to do that. You better do it. It's a bit like your awards.
Yeah.
It's just a big version of your awards. You tell me all these things. You tell me so many things. You don't realise how much I know about your life.
I'd say so much. I shouldn't have this. I say so much.
Everyone knows everything about you.
They do. It's quite disturbing. People say, Matt, I knew this one. How did you know that? You told me, didn't I?
You're such a... No, did I win?
Yeah, I know.
Well, this is why you record yourself, so you remember these things.
Yeah.
You can go back and review.
Any socials? Any social Instagrams? Put here.
Calum_Laurence, I guess, on Instagram.
Is your surname Laurence?
Yeah.
What's your middle name?
How do you not know? You've emailed me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, again, the
Lawrence
email.
is on my email.
Again, it took me a whole year to get your names right. That's the problem. What's your middle name?
Max and Neil.
Max and Neil.
Two middle names.
So Calum, Max, Neil, Lawrence.
Fun fact: I used to be embarrassed by the name Max because my brother chose it, and I thought he chose it to take the piss because I thought he chose it to pretend to be, the teacher from Tweenies.
Yeah.
Or the dad or whatever the fuck.
Is that what it was?
I used to be embarrassed because I used to think he chose that to take the piss.
Right. I was probably too young at the time to choose it, right?
Who me?
The dad. Your brother to choose.
No, he was like 7 or whatever at the
right.
time.
Well, yeah, you forgive him for that.
No, I could forgive him, but I thought he didn't choose it for that, but I thought he did.
Right.
So
I thought you did.
Yeah, so
right.
I used to be pretty embarrassed by it.
Yeah, you have a lot of brothers, don't you?
Fair amount. Yeah.
How many do you have?
Like 5 maybe.
My God.
I've got some sisters as well. I've got a fair amount.
Wow.
Mostly on dad's side, and then I've got one brother, and then me on my mum's side.
Wow, that'd be a good episode to have your whole
family.
sibling.
Oh God, don't do that. No.
Maybe if you want to come again, maybe bring Jenna along.
Yeah. We'll do a dual podcast.
Yeah.
God, she'd love it.
Yeah. Would she?
Yeah, she'd get into it. I reckon she would.
Shout out Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Oh, there you go, Jenna on the podcast.
Yep. Yeah. And does she have a music Instagram that we could put on?
Jenna Music.
Is that the correct? Right. Okay. If not, if it's not showing up, then there isn't one. Where are you going?
I'll get my phone.
Oh.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you specifically. This is when I'm completely correct. It is _ Jenna Music _ Jenna Music.
Awesome.
Subscribe. Find her on Spotify as Jenna.
Do you have any other Instagrams?
No, I should get a lot better at this though,
No.
because I am pretty terrible at social mediaing.
Okay.
I love social media, but I'm pretty crap at doing my own stuff.
Okay.
I'm not very I don't love my own stuff, if you see what I mean.
No, that's understandable.
Like I'm
Neither
pretty
do I.
yeah, like I'm pretty crap at like loving my own stuff that I make, so I tend to just never post any of it.
Well, let me see the Fisherman, then we'll decide.
But maybe that's where that stemmed from. Oh,
Right.
we could go psychology.
What?
Do you want to be a therapist?
No.
We could do like therapy. I'll tell you where my route for not liking my own work unless it's perfect is, and you could tell me why that's the case.
One of the questions.
See, there you go.
Well, I have to come on again. We'll have to
terrible.
find out.
We'll call it therapy session.
Right, therapy session.
After the NF album.
Chat with Matt, therapy session.
Chat
and rant. Chat and rant.
Chat and therapy?
Yeah, chat and therapy.
Therapy and chat?
Chat and therapy, yeah. Conversation and therapy.
There you go. That's going to be your spin-off.
There you go. Yeah, spin-off.
Perfect.
Harrison Ford. That's Harrison Ford.
Yeah, we've done that.
But that's it. That is the show.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
No,
it. Do we shake hands?
No, I appreciate you. I love you, man.
This will be the last time I ever see you.
Well, yeah.
Love you too.
Yeah, it's just you're a good guy, really hard worker, and
That's what you think.
You're right. You are. I've learned so much from you, so I'm very grateful.
And please do Instagram me if you need things.
Thanks.
Just text me.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for putting up with me.
Yep.
At the MMC and all my booking.
You're going to be fantastic. You're going to do a great job in life.
In life?
I believe you're
going
to
be in the MMC.
No, fuck the MMC. You're going to be great in life. I believe.
Thank you. Well, that's very sweet.
I want to hear you on the radio.
And Google Yoda later and see what he looks like.
I know what Yoda looks like. I don't know what their relation. They could be They could be mum and dad.
No,
I know.
they're a master and an apprentice.
Master Yoda. See?
Yeah, and apprentice.
I've literally watched one Star Wars film, and it was the one with Darth Maul. And I don't
You haven't watched the original?
And I don't really remember what happened.
You haven't watched the original?
I tried to go back and watch them in chronological order because that's what Disney told me to do.
Yeah.
And I got to Jar Jar Binks and I turned it off because he pissed me off.
No, watch 1977 one. The original one.
Yeah, but I don't want to do a Jar Jar Binks. This is my
problem.
problem.
No, it doesn't have to go Jar Jar Binks. Everyone does the originals first, then prequels, then forget it.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Well, anyway, going on top, but...
Tangents.
Thank you very much.
No problem,
I appreciate... you've helped a lot on these shows.
Yes.
So you're kind of like...
in a way.
Chatting That podcast royalty behind the scenes.
Yes.
And people should respect people that do behind the scenes work. That do a lot.
Speaking of royalties...
Yeah.
When do I start seeing my payment? My royalty payment for this show.
Yeah, he's paying me to say these nice things. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you very much to Calum for being on the show. Hashtag bring back Calum. Hashtag bring him back. Yeah, I'm going to start a GoFundMe page so we can pay Calum to come back and times his...
No. The GoFundMe page is for you to pay for a guest to come on.
No.
Yes, yeah. We're gonna pay for a child star to come on here.
That's Chat and That. Please follow CT Plus.
Thank you.
And that is Chat and That, and see you on the next episode.
Woo!